What's up, family? Man, I bless each and every one of you. May God continue to guide you, keep you, comfort you, and aid you in your growth and development, as well as the healing stages of your life. Family, March 28th, we'll have a live stream at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. And it's going to be rough. It's going to be rough. I'm letting you know right now, right off the rip. It's going to be a hard one to digest. It's going to be a hard one to have to process. And it is what it is. Today, I want to have a real heart to heart with you guys. I want to dive deep today. It's going to take us a minute to get there, but we're going to dive deep into understanding what's unconditional love, what's love. And everybody ain't really ready to have this conversation. Everybody think they know what love is, and everybody ain't got a clue what love really is. We're going to go there today, and it's going to be deep. This is going to be deep. Stay with me as we go. You hear so many people talking and calling themselves gods and goddesses and, you know, all this other stuff. And it is what it is. We have to understand what love is. God is love. God is love. We have this narrative of what we think God is. We have this image, we have this picture, this perspective of all the things that we think God is. And we really ain't got a clue who, what God is. Talking about love, stay with me. Just like we have this image, we have this perspective of what love is. And the great majority of us have no freaking idea what real love is. I hear so many people talking about love is conditional, love is transactional. And anybody that tells you that, and again, it is what it is. Anybody that tells you that, anybody that says love is conditional, anybody that says love is transactional, has no freaking clue of what love is. Love is not conditional. Love is not transactional. Love is unconditional. And that's all it is. It's unconditional. Anything attached to love that makes it, quote unquote, conditional. Anything attached to the love that makes it transactional is not because love itself as the entity is conditional. Love is not conditional. It's our issues, it's our drama, it's our bullshit that we attach to love. It's our unhealed trauma. It's our fears and our insecurities that make our love conditional. Any woman that's ever had a baby, that baby didn't have to do shit for you to love it unconditional. That baby ain't bought you shit, ain't gave you shit. All that baby did was cause you pain and suffering. Made you gain weight. Caused stretch marks. Made you scream out and eat crap you didn't really want to eat. Made you go through all types of emotional turmoil. Let the truth be told. Made you get emotional and just all kind of stuff. But yet when that baby came out, you loved that baby unconditionally. Even after all the pain it caused you. Even after all the weight you gained. You still love that kid unconditionally. The kid didn't say, Mama. The kid didn't come out saying, I love you. The kid didn't come out with no money. The kid came out with needs. With needs. and you love them unconditionally. We're going there. This is going to get deep. This is going to get deep. We've got to grow up and change our perspective. We've got to grow up and understand that our perspective of life, our perspective of love has been damaged because we've been damaged. Love itself has never changed. We come up with all these adjectives for it. We come up with all these things to describe it. But love itself, it's a vibration, it's an energy. And it doesn't change. You might change, but love never changes. Your view, your growth and development might change. Your experiences in life might change. But love will never change because love is unconditional. Love doesn't change just because the weather changes. Love doesn't change just because you don't got fat. Love doesn't change just because you lost your job. Love doesn't change because you gotten old. Love doesn't change because you've lost your money. We've got to grow up. Because the truth be told, if we are God, and I believe that we are, we're love. The problem that so many of us don't understand is that we go out looking for love. And because of our pain and our trauma, and because of the crap we've endured and we haven't healed yet, we go out looking for love. We go out looking for a guy to love us. We go out looking for a woman to love us. And so many of us have so many failed relationships when it comes to love because we're looking for love in all the wrong places. And it's not that love is messed up. It's we're messed up. And we don't know where to find love. And so we go looking for all these other things. And so many of us, if the truth be told, we've given up on loving other people. We've given up on being connected with other people. We've given up on being connected with other people and being loved by other people. And so many of us, we've gotten these fucking emotional pets. Why? Because they're going to love me unconditional. This is going to get deep. This is going to get deep, and this is going to trigger some of us, and this is going to piss some of us off, and it is what it is. We've got to grow the fuck up emotionally. Love is unconditional. I'm going to keep saying that. I'm going to keep saying that. Love is unconditional. And I know there's so many super religious people. Oh no, there's different types of love. Shut the fuck up. There are not different types of love. There is not no philo love, brotherly love. There is not no agape love. There is not no eros love, and all this other stupid ass shit that we talk about, that we come up with. That's our way as humans to describe and justify our fucking ignorance. We've got to grow the fuck up. We've got to stop lying and deceiving ourselves. When we start healing, when we start growing up emotionally, we start understanding, wait a minute. I've been looking for love externally. I've been looking for love from all these different places and people. When all I had to do was go within myself when all I had to do was begin to heal and love myself. Because I didn't get love from all these people, I've learned to love and validate myself. I've learned to accept and embrace myself. I've learned through experience and heartache and heartbreak to stop chasing love. I don't have to chase love. Love is within me. Love is me. I am love. I just didn't know it because I've been rejected and abandoned, because I've been torn down. So I didn't know that I was love. And so I thought I had to go get love when the whole time I am love. When you get on the frequency of love, when you get on the frequency of love, I'm not talking about loneliness. So many people talking about, I want to be loved. I want to be loved. No, you're just tired of being fucking lonely. You just don't want to be lonely. You just want somebody to accept you. You just want somebody to embrace you. You just want to feel validated. You just want to feel like you're good enough. And having somebody in your life is going to make you feel like you're good enough until they reject you, until they start turning their back on you, until they start tearing you down. We've got to grow up. So here's the trick. Once I realize that I am love, I vibrate on love. Once I realize that I am love, I no longer need to be loved by others. Once I realize I am love, I'm on the frequency of love. I give off love. I become a beacon of love. Stay with me. This is about to get deep. I am self-sustained because I am a beacon of love. The great majority of us, we need a relationship. We want a relationship. And I'm not knocking relationships. Relationships are great. But you can't want a relationship just to feel love, just to be loved. We've got to grow up. Why do you do what you do? It goes deeper than what you think. It goes deeper than the superficial stuff that you say. The sun. There's an analogy that God gave me. The sun is always there. It's always there. It never goes anywhere. It's never further from the earth. It never gets closer to the earth. It's always in right there. Right there. Stay with me. This is going to get deep. There may be storms and clouds. The wind may blow. It might be pouring down raining or storm or windstorm, tornado, hurricane. The sun is still there. It don't matter how powerful the storm is. It don't matter whether there's a flood. The sun, it's still there. Whether you see it or not. Whether you feel the warmth of its rays or not, the sun is still there. Whether you feel the heat or not, the sun is still there. What happens the earth spins. And because the earth spins, it seems as though the sun's not there because it's winter time. It's getting dark earlier. It's cold and it's snowing, and I don't see that much of the sun. So the sun can't be there because of the storms. And yet the sun doesn't change. The sun is still there. And the same is true with love. The same is true with love in our relationship. When you love somebody, you always love them. If it's love. So many of you are being infatuated with people. So many of you have liked people, been attracted to people, and you've called it love. So many of you just been horny as hell, and you called it love. But if you love somebody, you always love them. You may not want to be with them anymore, but you always have this love for them. Truth be told, it don't matter what the storms are like. It don't matter what you've gone through. It don't matter how much the floods came in and the winds blew and blew your house down and blah, 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 and all this other stuff. Once you heal from that, once you grow from that pain and that suffering, you realize love is still there. Love's not there to you because you haven't healed yet. And so you're still filled with bitterness and anger and hatred and jealousy and animosity for what they put you through. But once you heal all of that, that's all the clouds, that's all the storm, that's the rain. Once you heal all of that pain and trauma, you see that love is still there, just like the sun. We have to grow up emotionally. We have to understand that you can love somebody and not trust them. You can love somebody and it's like, okay, you're not good for me in the state where I'm at. I appreciate and I love you because of all the hell that we went through. Because of what we did and the pain and the suffering, man, I love you. I have nothing but love for you. But we're not meant to be together. We were meant to be together in the past. Why? To create the growth and development, to create the catalyst for us to grow. And the foolishness that we experienced, the foolishness that in the pain and the trauma that we caused each other was all for both of our growth and development. It was to help push you into growing into the best you possible, even though it caused me pain and suffering, even though you cheated on me and broke my heart and lied to me and what to do, it was all for my best interest, for me to grow up and understand what love really is. And that I had to learn to love me as much as I love you. And the problem that the great majority of us have, we love people and don't love ourselves. That's why we don't have any healthy boundaries. We love people more than we love ourselves. And that's why we allow them to mistreat us and dog us out. We love people, but we've never learned how to love ourselves. And so through all the pain and the suffering and the chaos that we go through in life, in relationships, we learn to love ourselves. We learn that, man, I still got love for you. My father who murdered my mother when I was 2 right in front of me. Never apologized. My father was the catalyst to flipping my world upside down. My father never, ever, ever said he was sorry. My father never, ever, ever asked me to forgive him. And when I hadn't healed, when I was still carrying that pain and that trauma, I wanted to kill my father. I told him I had a bullet with his name written on it. Why? Because of the pain that I was carrying from the loss of my mother. Why? Because of the pain that I carried from being molested as a 6-year-old kid in that Christian family. Why? Because my father was in a pen, my mama was in the grave, and they threw me in this raggedy ass family, my father's family still, but with his baby sister. And so I blame my father for fucking up my life. And if my father hadn't did the bullshit he did, I wouldn't be in this situation. I wouldn't be in this fucking Christian household, learning this stupid ass shit and being dumbed down and being programmed to think stupid ass shit about myself. And so I blame my father for my circumstances, and hatred grew. But as I begin to grow, as I begin to heal, whether or not my father ever grew or not, that ain't got nothing to do with me. That ain't none of my business. My business is always my growth and development, my healing. And so as I put in that hard work to heal myself, to forgive my father, even though he never asked me to. And as I healed, I learned, man, I got to forgive people that caused me so much pain and hurt. Not because I give a damn about them. Because at this moment, I don't give two fucks about you. You just broke my heart and abandoned me and rejected me and da da da. I don't give two fucks about you right now at this moment. But because I love me, I gotta forgive you. Don't mean I gotta fuck with you again, but I gotta forgive you. And I'm forgiving you and releasing all that negative energy that I have towards you, not because you quote unquote deserve it, but because I deserve the peace and joy. Because I want that peace and joy. Because I love me. And because I love me, I'm releasing all that negative energy that I'm holding towards you. It don't matter what you've done. This is real deep stuff. Everybody ain't here yet. Everybody ain't at this level of spiritual maturity yet. Everybody ain't at this level of emotional maturity yet. And it is what it is. It's a process. You're not going to get there overnight. There's levels to this. There's stages to this. Everybody ain't at the same level. Everybody ain't at the same stage. And because I love me, I'm releasing all the negative energy that I have towards you. And so God blew me away with. And once I release all that negative energy, I realize that love, it's still there. I didn't know love was still there because of the pain and the toxic energy I was carrying. I didn't know that love was still there because of the vibration that I was dwelling, because of the thoughts that I had of you. But once I release all that negative energy, Once I release all that pain and that trauma, all that I'm left with is love. It's love. It's love. And here's the trick. Real growth and development. This real shit right here. It's deeper love now. I have a greater love for you now. All the pain and hell you've caused me, all the suffering you caused me, I have a greater love for you now. Why? Not because you deserve it, not because you've asked for it. I have a greater appreciation, a greater love for you because you were instrumental in my growth and development. You were instrumental in me becoming who I am. You played such a huge role in me growing the fuck up and dealing with my shit and understanding who I am, why I am. How can I not love you? How can I not appreciate you? How can I not value you? So I realize that when I become this beacon of love, I love you because I love me. I love me because I love you. We got to catch that. You got to understand that. You got to understand the depths of what I just said. When you really, truly understand love, when you truly understand and love yourself, when you're really there, you love other people. You value other people. When you're really there, you love other people like you love yourself. And this is the deep meaning behind what Jesus or Yahshua said. Love thy neighbor as you love thyself. But see, what we've never understood was loving yourself was a prerequisite before you could love thy neighbor. But we flipped it and we've loved everybody else without loving ourselves. We've tried to love everybody else without even knowing how to love ourselves. And when I realize who I realize that I am a beacon of love. And when I become this beacon of love, I love you. And it don't matter what you do. It don't matter what you've done. Because love doesn't change. Love does not change. As a kid, I loved my dad. As a kid, I needed to be validated by my dad. And I was never validated by my dad. And so I grew up hating my dad. And I had to grow up and understand I hated my dad because he didn't give me what I needed. I hated my dad because he made me feel like I was less than. That's trauma. That's trauma. That's unhealed trauma. when you put in the work and you heal the trauma, all that negativity leaves. And it is what it is. We got to grow up. Man, family, thank you for being with me this long. I hope and pray that I said something to encourage you, to inspire you, or to even challenge your way of thinking. I love you guys. Happy healing. Peace.